Welcome back to Beaumont's Home Kitchen. Today we are making a nice, awesome Béarnaise beef roast, or an inside round roast, because they're got this for a pretty good deal, so I thought I'd make a lovely roast. We're gonna season our roast. I'm actually heating up the pan because we're gonna give them a good sear. Okay. I also found up some beef stock for our gravy. Pat down the roast, get all the bloody, juicy stuff off there. Better for searing. Cool. Season this guy up. Pan's getting hot there. It's oil in the pan there. Preheat the oven, 375. Season a roast, so Italian seasoning. Of course, my go-to spices. I'm sure you know that. Okay. Garlic powder. And I'm going to use some fresh garlic in there as well. Get flavor for the gravy too. Onion powder. Montreal steak spice. All right. And this one, it does have salt in it, so you won't have to add as much salt to the roast. Very important. A little bit of pepper, touch of salt. Our pan should be pretty hot. Sear our roast. Make sure you get that good sear on there. Beautiful, nice sear, okay. And sear all sides there. See that nice color? That's what you're looking for? All right. Oh yeah, flipping over. See that beautiful sear? Looking good. And this is a 3-pound roast, so it'll take roughly 25 minutes a pound, roughly an hour and 20 minutes total time. And if you wanted to go like a step up, you can go like a top sirloin roast. I do have a recipe for a top sirloin roast, and I would suggest leaving it in the fridge just leave it in the fridge for like a couple days before you make it. And what it actually does is it tenderizes the meat. So it might turn a little bit dark, but don't worry about that. That's just the oxidation. So definitely, if you have a chance to buy your roast, buy it like 2 or 3 days before and then cook it, because the longer the beef ages, the more tender it gets. See all this flavor, and there's a lot of flavor in that pan. So I'll show you, we're gonna deglaze it and toss that into our roast pan for a nice gravy. Roast is all seared up. We take our roast into the pan. Actually, I need some more fire. Deglaze our pan a bit with a little bit of beef stock. Let's toss that in there. All right. Just a little bit of beef stock. You don't need a lot. Get all this lovely flavor in this pan. You want all that good flavor in there. Scrape off all that goodness in there. All right. Now we're gonna take all that flavor. That's called flavor. Get all that goodness out of there, and we're gonna toss this all over our roast. A lot of flavor in there, so really add to the gravy. I just want to take it a few steps further. I'm gonna add some more stock in there with all that goodness. Of course, the roast will be quite happy in there. A couple things. So the roast is all seasoned up earlier, so we're just gonna add a little bit of lemon in there. Just kind of adds a little acid to it, and it tenderizes the roast, and it does this thing. Perfect. So that's good. So we got some mixed herbs, rosemary, sage, thyme, and some parsley. So we're gonna toss that in there. All right. Last thing, a couple cloves of garlic, or a few cloves. Yeah, it's a good size roast. Let's do 3 good size cloves there. Perfect. And with the roast, I'll be serving some lovely asparagus. So click on the video up there for this lovely asparagus. And I'm also done a nice yam mash. Click the other video up there for that too. That's to go with the roast. Okay, some garlic in there, because you always need a side to go with that. And the awesome side videos, they're only less than a minute long, so super easy to find out what sides you can make with them. It's really quick and easy, so you can press pause and then come back to this video where you left off. Yeah, let's crush it up, and the peel comes right off. Pretty easy. Toss that into the pot. Take our roast into the oven for an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, in there. Come back, beautiful, beautiful, nice roast of beef. So stick around. Clean as you go. Always good for the kitchen. Roast should be good. So we're gonna pull it out. Mr. Roast, all right. Oh yeah, she's a beautiful roast there. All right, pull the roast out. Beautiful roast there. Yeah, we're just gonna let it rest for a few minutes, and then we'll dive in. And I'll show you some gravy. Beautiful roast there. Okay, make some gravy. Now, I'm gonna take the roast, take her off. Okay, onto the plate. Okay, oh yeah, lovely gravy. Just gonna strain all it's mostly the garlic that's in there. Sure, this is going to be some awesome gravy. Perfect. Oh man. Wow. Oh yeah, she's good. You always want to squeeze all that goodness out of there. Let that come to a boil. We'll add some cornstarch. Go to a thickening agent. With the cornstarch, you always want to add cold water, important part. She'll shake it up a bit. Oh yeah, she's boiling up pretty good. Yeah, there's a good flavor in this gravy. Wow. Yeah, she won't eat much. Roast is kind of bleeding everywhere, but that's okay. It's juicy. Whisk ready. See, cornstarch. You don't want to get lumps, so a whisk. Dump the cornstarch in. Just whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. And when it comes back to a boil, it should thicken up quite nicely. Show you the gravy. Beautiful gravy. Oh, look at that. Start to thicken up there. Perfect. Yummy, yummy. It's all there. Wow. Just a touch of lemon. Everything else seems to be there. Touch of salt. That's man. Need nothing. All right. Dig into a roast. A little bloody, but that's okay. Chunk off that one side. Perfect. I like mine a little more on the medium well side. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the way I like it. Beautiful roast. Take that string out. Hey, I think I tied this roast. I cut this roast, you know. Oh yeah, this would be good for a roast beef sandwich too. Yeah, you always want to let the roast sit for a bit because it still continues to cook while it's sitting. Always nice to cut it a little thinner. What I think. Looking good. All right, now. You wouldn't know that's an inside round. Tender. Asparagus, sweet potatoes. And I got 3 videos out of all this, which is perfect. Side dish. Asparagus first. Beautiful. Lovely. Asparagus. By itself, it's just lovely. Mashed yams. There we go. Fancy yams. Not too fancy. It's just kind of a taster. Nothing too crazy. It's hot. Bit of roast beef near the yams, because the asparagus is pretty by itself. Beautiful. Now we need that gravy. This is no powdered gravy. This is like from scratch. I always make gravies from scratch. It just makes a huge difference. Oh yeah, there we go. A couple herbs on top. Beautiful. Roast beef dinner. It can be fancy, but it's not hard. Give it a try, right? Give it a try. The roast beef with the yams. Why not? That's good. Sorry. Our juices from the meat into the gravy. Thanks for watching Beaumont's Kitchen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Love ya, and we'll see you in the next one. And roast beef dinner.